Hi, my name is Lauren Knight. I'm from Troop 6000, and this is my director's presentational video on the show Aftermath. Some of the responsibilities of the director is casting. I feel like casting is such a big responsibility for directors because it can make or break your show. You don't want to cast somebody who isn't fit for the role, and not every actor is fit for a role, and that's totally okay, but making sure that you cast somebody and you're thoroughly looking to make sure that what they can contribute is something that can relate to the character, and you're just making sure they can bring that character alive. Another thing is making sure you have really engaging blocking and technical cues. I feel like if you don't have engaging blocking, you kind of lose your audience, and that can really make or break your show because you don't want to lose your audience, because the minute they get bored and they don't like what they're seeing, they're going to stop watching and your show goes downhill from there. Something else that's really important is creating a strict rehearsal schedule and making sure that everybody knows where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be, and who's supposed to be there, because it's so easy for people not to know and then they don't show up and then you're behind. So making sure you have a strict rehearsal schedule, as well as making sure you're holding production meetings, because production meetings are so important, because it's so easy to forget to ask somebody or to tell somebody something when you don't have those. And by having production meetings, you're including everybody and making sure that everybody knows what is all happening. I think the biggest thing though of a director is making sure you're checking on your actors. I think it's so overlooked and it's easy to forget to do it, but you just want to make sure your actors know that you're there for them and that you're here to help them, and just making sure that you're checking in on them with their lines and making sure they have everything and just really helping them if they need it. Some of the style of the play that affected our work was, it was a really dark show, and that really took a toll on some of our actors because it was harder to connect with those characters, because you want to give them justice. You want to make sure we are feeling what they are feeling, and since none of us have experienced what they've experienced, it makes it really hard. I felt like our actors did a really good job of using personal experiences to make all of these characters' feelings come alive, and it really showed through the show. Some of the roles the design elements played in our production was the lights and our sound. Having the sound cues really made it a more realistic feeling. It made us feel like we were living in the moment, and I think that's what made it so realistic and helped with characterization with all of our actors. Was hearing those sounds is what they were hearing, and that's what was the part that just brought it all to life. Another thing was having all of our ensemble on stage together at all times really helped us grow all together. Nobody ever left the stage during the show, and I think that really helped us grow as a whole and feed off each other, and so we formed a really good connection where nobody was like, oh, I'm not in the scene with this person, so I don't have good chemistry. So everybody had good chemistry with each other. Some things that I learned through this directing experience that will help me in other areas of my life were leadership. I learned how to take responsibility and to hold myself accountable for things. If something didn't get done that I knew was my responsibility, it let me show that if I don't get this done, then it's not going to get done. So it really helped me show that I need to do things that I have signed up for, as well as it helped me separate friends from work. Having my friends act in my show definitely was a difficult thing for me, and making sure that I separated friendship from work was something that really helped me in the real world, so that way I know how to handle situations. As well as planning skills, that really helped me because I had to plan so much for this show that it showed me what type of person I am and how I work, and that helped me grow and make sure that I knew what was the best way to do something for me. On top of planning things, I had to plan a lot of production meetings, and during those production meetings, we tended to either call in our actors or call in the group we needed, whether it was costumes, lights, sounds, actors, stage managers, and we would sit down and we'd talk about what we needed to talk about, and we'd write down what we needed to and make sure everybody knew what they were there for and why they were there. And having those production meetings really helped us grow because we were able to show, okay, I had one with my stage manager today, now she's caught up on what's happening. Or costumes, now we have all the costumes or props, and now we know who's bringing props, where we're getting them, do we need to buy them? So having those production meetings definitely helped us. Overall, I just felt like Aftermath was such a hard show that we really we grew as a whole ensemble, and I felt like it made everybody a stronger actor, and it definitely made me a stronger person altogether. Thank you all so much.